I'd like to dedicate this video to the world's greatest salesman, Ron Popeil. If you want to find out why, stick around. W1VLF. Hey everybody, my name is Paul, W1VLF, and welcome back to the lab. As I said in the opener, I want to dedicate this to Ron Popeil, the world's greatest salesman. I mean, anybody who grew up in the United States and maybe even overseas too remembers Ron Popeil and Ronco and all the really must-have gadgets for the kitchen, right? The Vegematic, it slices, it dices, it makes great julienne fries. There was literally hundreds of those. I think he's even the father of the infomercial. Anyway, this particular video I wanted to dedicate to Ron, and probably one of my favorites was the Pocket Fisherman, the Popeil Pocket Fisherman. Remember that? Literally would fit in your glove compartment. I don't know if it would fit in your pocket, but with that in mind, I just can't believe I'm making this video. My wife says, "Oh," she says, "it's Valentine's Day and you're making a video." I said, "Well, yeah, kind of." Anyway, I'll bet you can't tell that I'm wearing it right now. I'm not only president, but I'm also a client. Anyway, the W1VLF pocket loop. Oh, by the way, the new W1VLF logo, courtesy of my daughter-in-law, Nicole. The 4 spreaders. Coupling loop. The loop itself. Tuning capacitor. Let's see what else we have. Oh, the 2 feet to make it stand up on its own. And second to last but not least, the spreader block. And 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, finishing nails. Now honestly, this video is going to take a lot longer than it took me to make this pocket loop. So when you look at this, you're going to say, "Oh man, that's horrible." Well, this is the first version that I made, and it's what is it? Honestly, poor workmanship in every aspect of the term, in every stretch of the imagination. But it works. It works. I don't know. Can you imagine you're driving along in your car and you see a nice lake there and you think, "Geez, I'd like to go fit." No, I mean, you're driving along and you see a nice wide open field and you say, "Boy, wouldn't I like to set up a portable loop in there?" But you're driving around in some little compact car. Well, now you can fit this loop right in your pocket, as seen on YouTube. Anyway, let me do a close-up of the parts. Set the camera up for that. Then I'll try and assemble it in real time. Shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes, but it's a little finicky because, like I said, this was just off the cuff. Where the hell do I come up with some ideas like this? I don't know. It just popped in my head one day. I said, the Popeil Pocket Fisherman. Wouldn't it be great if there was a pocket loop? So let me set up the camera, show you how I came up with it. Oh, this is a computer ribbon cable. And we'll be back right after this. But there's more. If you order this now, call 1-800-228-8020 for rush delivery at $39.95. Okay, let's do a quick description of the parts here. We have 4 3/8" dowels. Let's see, probably even, yeah, it's kind of worn out. 3/8". But 4 of them, I think they're all about 10 inches long. 2 1/2-inch dowels with a hole drilled in the side for the feet. So we'll plug that in there, and that will be one of the feet. That'll be the other foot. We don't need 2 for the top. This is part of a nylon cutting board. Maybe it's not even nylon. But I just drilled a hole right through the center of it, and another one right through the center of it. Probably, now you can't really see. Can you? Anyway, oh yeah. So there you go. And the other thing is, remember how non-critical the actual coupling loop is? Well, that's what this is. Coupling loop folds up nicely into your pocket. And 4 finishing nails. Those are going to be what kind of the spreaders on the loop. The W1VLF pocket loop also contains kit. Also, I'm not selling this. This is horrible. Also contains a 365, or actually I think this one's 410 picofarad capacitor for tuning. And then the loop itself, the fabulous loop itself. It's, let's see, what do we got here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 turns of ribbon cable from a computer. And I would tell you that the hardest part of this whole thing is just stripping this and soldering it and getting a little bit of heat shrink over it. And I'll show you what I did there real quick. Let me just grab something off the set. Here's one that I soldered up just to show you. I took a couple of these gigantic paper clips, stripped them, and then soldered these wires together. This was just to hold it in place. It made it kind of a nice little vise, and then I had this in another vise to hold it. So it was easy to solder all these. If you strip them back a little bit, you can put your heat shrink right on there, and then one end of the coil here, one end of this wire becomes the coil, the part of the coil, and here's the other where the tuning capacitor goes. So this was a little small, and it tuned up into the HF band, so I made it a little bit bigger. So let's see, how long is this? Let me get a measurement out, and then we can figure out actually how long it is. Because like I said, I did this kind of off the cuff. Let's see. So it's 26 inches long times 2 is 52 inches roughly. 52, yeah, around 52, 54 inches, and 13 turns. And you could take a turn off if it ends up being too big, like we did in a lot of our other videos. If you look at some of those further back, you can find out that you can easily just take a turn off. Just unwind it, and there you go. So none of this stuff is critical. Alright, I'm going to set the camera back up again and actually assemble this. Then what we'll do is we'll go over to the computer, not the computer, the computer, and I'll do a screen capture, and we'll see if it actually works, or if I'm just full of Valentine's Day candy here. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, we're back. I'm going to assemble this in real time. So let's give it a shot here. Couple minutes maybe? I don't know. And then we'll hook it up to the receiver and we'll tune across the band. So this is kind of just a humorous video, not really something serious, but I don't know. Maybe somebody out there might want to make something like this. Who knows? Anyway, so let me start up the official time clock here, and we're off. Let's see, can you see that? Looks that way. Alright, so first thing we'll do is we'll take our Goodwill $1 piece of cutting board. We'll stick the 4 spreaders in there. Okay, so, oh, we're halfway there, look at that. Woo! Alright, now we'll put in the nails that actually hold the loop in place. I've got a couple of holes in here. So we'll poke that through, just make sure it's, you know, roughly aligned. Again, this is not a piece of artwork here we're playing with. And let me see, I'll just line that up. Put the, there goes the loop. Oh my God, it's fragile, I better be careful. Wow, having too much coffee here, I guess. Getting a, so there's number 3, and the 4th nail goes in. I guess I'm having too much coffee here. With that in mind, I should have some more, right? All right, so now the basic structure of the loop is done. Let's put one of the feet on here. Okay, 1 foot. Okay, so now it holds in place, and we'll get the loop, and we'll want to put that loop, I guess, somewhere. I don't know. Put the feed point somewhere near the middle, I guess. So we'll hook that around the nails. All right, there we go. And we'll just put this, ooh, look at that, slide it over. Slide the feed point right into the middle, if we can, or relatively close to the middle. Let's try that again. This should do it. Yeah, that's close enough. Let's just get it running. Wow, this is a real practical thing to do. Okay, one over there. This is like the 3rd time I've put this together, so with a little practice, I'm sure that it would be a little bit easier to do. All right, so there. It's in place. And then the coupling loop. Remember, we tried different coupling loops in one of my last videos on a BNC cable. There was no science here except for I just thought, well, what'll fit in my pocket nice? And what can we hook up? The tuning capacitor. I put 2 clip leads on it so we can connect it from here to here. All right. And there it is. It's hooked up. How long did that end up being? 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and if I hadn't dropped stuff all over the place, probably would have been a lot less. All right, so let me hook this up to a cable, hook it up to the computer over there. We'll do a screen capture and then a quick video of actually capturing the signals and showing you that it really works and does tune and all that happy baloney. So let me set up for that and I'll be back. Just a quick note here. Before I had a second camera connected to that screen over there, I'm going to do this in using a screen capture program, which I already had on the computer. And so that'll make it a lot easier to see what's going on. I'll just set the screen as an inset on the bottom and you can look at what's going on here. So setting up for that. Okay, we're back. And right now, let's see. We're looking at the loop. The tuning capacitor is not connected. We're listening to the audio coming out of the radio right now. It's not very loud. Nothing's connected. So, well, the loop is connected. The coupling loop is connected here, but this is not. So, let's see here. Let me turn on the audio. Okay, and we'll hook up the tuning capacitor, not completely tuned to that frequency, but let's go. It's a couple of clip leads here, fumbling around. Okay, there's something there. And watch across the screen as we tune closer to that frequency. Here it comes. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk over. Remember this stuff on the left-hand side of the screen? I'm going to go shut the monitor off. Remember we did that orientation thing with the screen and the near field effects on loops and other antennas that are in your house? I'll just swivel that real quick and you'll see that drop out. I won't be able to see it because I'm physically going to be moving this. Whoop. completely away. So I will shut the monitor off for just a second. Turn it back on. There should be a big hole there, and there is. All right, so let's move up the band. I'm going to zoom in on this. And I'm using my mouse to mute things. Well, let's move up. Okay, we're on 880 kilohertz, so what? Less capacitance than the 600 we were on earlier, so we have to take it away. Here we go. There we go. That's 880. I don't know what the next one is. Let's see. The next one maybe is 10. Oh, and this isn't even pointed in the right direction for 880. It's actually broadside, so, oh well. This next one is 1320. No, let's go to 10. See if I can get 1080 here. Okay, yeah, we're pretty close to tuning that. Let's bring it up, though. That's a very strong local. Look at that. What is that? Minus 45. Let me move over to the S meter so you get a better feel for what those are. S units. Okay, so that's S9 plus 28 over. We'll go up to 1320, the next one. That's in Waterbury. And I'm broadside to that too, but let's take a little more capacitance away. Okay. Let's see what happens when I point towards it. It's kind of hard to do. I'm not gonna mess around with it. I don't have things. Again, this is just a kind of a prototype thing, right? Messing around, not really designed. Let's see. So let's go up to 1410. Again, we're not anywhere near pointing at it. Maybe that one I can get closer to. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, so I'm not going to spend all afternoon here doing this. Let's just go a little further up in frequency and see what else we have. Oh, there's 660 in New York, right in the center. Let's see if that, I'll tune that back down again and see if we can grab 660. Here it comes. Wow. That's perfectly broadside to 660 in New York, right? So let's do this. Let's turn this. There. Pretty amazing for some computer cable. A couple turns of computer cable. This is our coupling loop in the back here. A few dowels. So that's it. It's not meant to be an extensive video on loops, but just kind of a fun thing to do. If you're hanging around some afternoon, you have nothing better to do, grab some computer cable, little piece of, this could be wood, could be anything. A couple of dowels, a couple of nails, and like I said, this video took me longer to make than the loop did. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. It's going to be back to some noise videos coming up next. Some videos on broadcast FM and baseband out of an old Onkyo receiver that we used to have. There was a lot of talk on the channels, on the forums about the spectrum of the broadcast FM broadcast band, and I'm going to show you how we used to do that. I don't know, 25 or 30 years ago, before SDRs existed. At least how we used to listen to it. And I have a video on filters, tunable bandpass filters, single channel AM filters, which help quite a bit when you have a really big signal, like I do at 610, as you can see on the screen. I don't know, let's tune that in real quick. Let me see. Let me put that in the middle of the screen real quick. Yeah, see? So even with this crummy little loop here, it's a 40 over. It's 50 over. And probably if I try and point it at it, it'll be even stronger. Anyway, thanks a lot everybody for watching. If you're interested in more videos like this, please subscribe. Looks like I'm finally getting to have a little bit more time to have some fun and make some more videos. Take a look back at my old ones. There's some weird stuff there if you're interested. Thanks a lot. W1VLF is clear from the lab. 73 for now.